Because of you, your person is in a big fight with their family. What their family wants. God tells you that this word is very important right now. Do not pass it by. Pay close attention with all of your heart and soul, not just your eyes. Something deeply hidden is about to come to the surface. Something holy is moving in the world of the invisible. One can hear sounds that no one else can hear, and cries are coming from places that no one is brave enough to go. It was meant for this MES sage to get to you. In the language of the Spirit, nothing is a mistake, and this is not one of them. Because of you, your person has a big fight with their family. An accident that turned quiet stress into open chaos. It's possible that you missed it. It's possible you didn't feel it. But in the world they couldn't see, behind the smile, the quiet when they took too long to answer, the distant tone, and the eyes that didn't move, there was a war of voices and emotions, of shame and loyalty, of love and fear. Their spirit has been shook. It's been longer at night. They are pulled between the place where they grew up and the place where you made their hearts feel at ease. They are now being pulled away from the people who used to hold their hands. Because of you. Because there is something deep going on between you and this person. Something that goes on in heaven is being watched. They should tell you the truth about who they are because their family wants them to. They're not lying to you. They're just trying to keep you safe. But they love you more than anyone else they've ever loved. They're afraid that you won't look at them the same way once you know the truth. They are scared that once the veil is taken away, your voice will lose its warmth and your hug will turn from love to caution. Part of them has been hidden, not to hurt you, but to make the pain last longer. But now the pain is unbearable. One part of their story has been kept secret, that much is true. They told you a story about their life not because they wanted to lie, but because they wanted to be good enough for you. They felt like giving you their best. They tried to give you beauty, but all they had were broken pieces. Now, though, the truth needs to be told. Their heart is shaking every time they look into your eyes. They can't hold it back anymore. It's rising in their throats like a tide. They have fought with their family over you because they care about you. They screamed your name into places that weren't meant to hear it, all to protect their love for you. But their family pushed back hard, strongly, and emotionally. What was going on is now falling apart. You need to know something very important. This person does more than just love you. This person's soul crossed paths with yours in a divine moment, like when the stars line up in the sky and the rain falls into the ocean. They didn't mean for them to love you so much. They didn't expect why. You to be the place where they healed and where they were most vulnerable. They can't stand to lose you now that you're there. Still, they feel trapped between their duty to the blood that made them and their duty to the love that changed them. Their family is telling them that the time has come. This is their chance to show you who they really are. There are parts of them they've kept hidden, not just who they were with you. No one else ever took the time to understand the past, the shadow, or the facts. Tell them, their family says. Stop it now. Don't hurt them. Allow them to leave. But the person you ask to refuse does so because they trust you. They know you are different from everyone else because they can feel it in your heart. That you are able to show grace. That your love might be strong enough to hold the truth. Their eyes are stormy with tears, but the tears aren't always running down their faces. Every night before bed, they wonder how long they can keep this secret before it destroys everything. Their hands are shaking and their hearts hurt. They really need to tell you, but the words are heavier than any they've ever used. Because it's not just about them, this truth. It's about what they think hearing it will make you lose. What do you think about them? What do you question? What do you no longer believe? They don't want to see your trust break. God says this is not the end, though. There is still hope even if the truth is hard to hear. Or the talk is tough. There was a reason why you were brought together. They didn't just get together because they felt like it. It was made from the stuff of something much bigger. And no fact, no matter how important, can change what was meant to happen. The truth hurts, but it doesn't kill. It will be hard to face the truth, but if you do, it will help you grow stronger if you forgive. Your friend or family member is about to snap. There is more and more pressure. They can't break. He in the quiet. As a river breaks through a dam, the guilt of not telling you everything starts to flood their mind. The signs have probably been there for you. When you ask them a question, they stop. When they talk about the past, they change the subject. The long silences, the rapid changes in mood, and the times when feelings were far away. These are not signs that you're not interested. They are the cries of a heart getting ready to be honest. When they tell you they're afraid everything will change, you'll laugh less, your voice will sound different, your hugs will get stiff, and the way you say their name will lose its sparkle. You need to know, though, that their love for you is real. It's now real even if it started out as a lie or grew in the soil of a secret. It's grown bigger than they thought it would. They are now ready to give up everything to test how strong your love is in the face of the truth. Today I have a very important message for you. Do know. Pass it by. Pay close attention. There is something going on behind the curtain of what you see. Someone secretly whispered something that got from one mouth to the next and finally reached the people who are watching from afar. The quiet you've been living in is no longer so quiet. You're hearing things about yourself that were never meant to be heard in the quiet of your days. One strange thing is that the truth always finds its way to the right person. It's now getting to you. Alice were told something about you by your neighbors. The facts are very scary. They say you've been a part of something they don't understand and something they never expected from someone who walks by them with a soft smile and eyes that tell stories they don't say. People claim to have seen or heard things, moments that they took out of context, actions that they didn't understand, and words that they turned into stories. Their words have weight not because they are true, but because why were heard by people who now want to know more. But you need to understand this. Not everything that is said in the dark is true. Not every story is true, and not every witness has a clear view. Some people talk because they are angry, scared, or their own lives are so empty that they hurt. And the way they walk, the purpose in your step, the quiet power in you makes them feel uneasy. It makes them doubt their own worth. And because they feel bad about it, they look for ways to put you down, put you below them, and change your goodness into something else. People say you've been keeping things from people and doing strange things behind closed doors that don't make sense. They say they heard noises, saw people move, and saw shadows dance in your windows at odd hours when most people are asleep. They say they can't quite explain what they saw, but they're sure it's not right. They believe they understand who you are but are wrong. They only see a sketch of your life and have made up their own bad ideas based on that sketch. They don't understand that your path is different from theirs. They could never stand the fires you've been going through. You've been through storms they couldn't handle. You've been holding more weight than your voice has ever let on. You still kept your cool. Still, you were nice. You still picked love. But now that love is being put to the test. Now that peace is being broken not by what you did, but by the noise of people who never tried to understand you. They think you've lied to other people. They believe you're hiding something, but they don't know what you've lost. They don't understand how much you've changed to keep what is wholly safe. They don't know how many nights you prayed that no one would get it wrong. Still, you're being misunderstood here. People watched, asked questions, and talked about you in places where it shouldn't have been said. Their stories are full of doubt. but they say them with confidence. They say surely instead of maybe. They don't know how many nights you prayed that no one would get it wrong. Still, you're being misunderstood here. People watched, asked questions, and talked about you in places where it shouldn't have been said. Their stories are full of doubt, but they say them with confidence. They say surely instead of maybe. What they've seen doesn't bother them. They say it out loud. They believe not because they know. And belief is a strong force. See when it is fed by fear and doubt. One that makes up stories when there aren't any. One that makes people who want to believe the worst think fake things. You are now the main character in a story you didn't write. A story written by people who look out their windows and think they see everything. But windows aren't truth size. They're just frames. And what they frame is limited because glass, shade, or distance often hide what they show. They are still talking and their words are starting to move around. But wait, this doesn't mean the end of your piece. No, this is not the end of your truth. This is a test that is meant to push your soul and see how strong you really are. You weren't meant to break when things got tough. It was meant for you to shine through it. Allow them to talk. Read what they have to say. You know what's true. And the truth always finds its way to the light, even if it is hidden for a while. You have something inside you that lies can't breathe. There is something more powerful than reputation, louder than rumors, and more convincing than doubt. That's your spirit. It's very old. This place is holy, and the gods watch over it. Angels are certainly in your home, even if you can't see them. People who love you are praying for you, but you can't hear them because they are going to heaven right now. God says, no weapon that is made against you will work. Despite the charges and the people who come to your door with questions and interested looks, your truth will not change. Because you have lived an honest life. Your base has always been based on something timeless, even when you were misunderstood or questioned. People who report you may never say sorry. They might not know how much pain their words have caused. You won't carry anger, though. The story or report won't hurt you because you know who you are and that can't be changed. You were picked for a reason. You were chosen. Now that other people are looking at you, God has not turned away. In fact, heaven is getting closer. Yes, the facts are very scary. The charges are, in fact, very harsh. But the truth is strong like an animal. It doesn't need to be defended. It only needs to be let go of. It will roar when the time comes. Fear may be trying to get into your heart, but don't let it. Peace should be your answer. Be strong by being still. Trust more and say less. Don't let rumors get in the way of your life. What you do should be your answer. People who believed lies will eventually be shut up by your steadiness, grace, and light that never changes. Soon, the people who are watching you will start to look elsewhere. Not because they love you all of a sudden, but because they can't hide the truth. And when that time comes, you won't stand there with pride, but with strength. But not with anger, but with quiet certainty. Those who tried to describe your story will see that they never had a pen. What they say you've done is truly horrible. People say you have hidden goals and lives, but they don't know what's inside your heart. They can't see the prayers you say to yourself when no one is around. They don't see the fights you have at night when everyone else is asleep. They don't understand how you can help others when your own heart is heavy. How you forgive people who say bad things about you. How you stay kind when other people are mean. That gives you power. That's what you said. Allow them to talk. Let them be curious. Let them use shadows to make up stories. Because what is hidden will come out. Not their story, but the real one. It's not just your truth. Comes from heaven. Heaven doesn't forget either. They may have brought your name to the attention of those in power, but there is a greater power that sees everything. And that one doesn't believe what people say. That one can read minds and is standing next to you now, whispering peace into the storm. You'll be okay. Why? You will be proven right. More importantly, though, you will be raised. This storm is not meant to hurt you. It's meant to make you better. You are becoming someone who can't be broken, someone who has been through fire and come out on top. Keep still. If the waves have to crash, let them. Allow the wind to blow. Let the wind howl. You won't be changed. And when this is over, you'll have a clear head. You'll see who stood by your side and who really knew your heart. People who tried to shut down your spirit will see you go further than they thought possible. Now is the time to trust, believe, and hold on. You're not getting in trouble. You are being put in place. Set up for something bigger than what they can see. Allow them to talk. Let them give an account. Let them guess. This message is for you. I don't want you to forget about it either. It's not just a lesson that you are about to hear. It's a whisper from heaven, a message from God that goes straight to your heart. Your heart has been full of doubt, questions, and quiet pain. But I'm here to clear the fog and help you see again. Pay close attention because the truth is coming out, and it has to do with someone you love very much. That person has been putting too much weight on their soul. The pull of their heart and the noise around them are making them feel torn. The thing you don't know that I can see is that they've been having a lot of trouble lately. A storm building up in they are home. You are the center of that storm. Yes, you. Your name has been called out in anger and fear in their home, and having you in their lives has shook everything they thought was safe. A huge fight broke out with people shouting and getting angry. Their family doesn't know how much they love you. They want them to reveal a secret. For years, expectations, pride, and pressure have stopped them from telling the truth, which they want to do now. However, I, your God, am now pulling it out. They're not just a person who comes and goes from your life. They are deeply connected to you in ways that they are only now fully realizing. They know in their hearts that they are yours. There's no chance in this. The link you feel is not your imagination. I planned for these two to meet. I lined up the stars that would guide you. Still, there is pushback around them. Friends, family, and fear all helped build these walls. But love can't be confined. Love is not limited by purse, ownal views, or family fights. And the love you two have isn't like other loves. It has been blessed by God and is meant for something bigger. They've cried. They've fought with themselves. They came up with what to say, how to say it, and when to come to you and tell you everything. What their family wants is different from what their soul is saying. They haven't told the truth because they don't want to lose friends or family. Now, though, the stress is too high. Now is the time when EY have to either choose to shine instead of hide, or they have to say the things that are burning inside them. That person really does love you forever and ever, and it's real. They've tried to ignore it, hide it, and run away from it. But they can't do it in their hearts. Now, their family is telling them that they will have to deal with consequences if they don't end it or tell the truth. When love is real, though, it can handle anything. It picks the truth even if it makes people feel bad. God tells them, I will be with them. I'll be with you. If you believe me, I will keep this link safe. Don't worry, nothing bad will happen to you. You're safe. You're not by yourself in this. You should not give up, let go, or ignore what you know in your heart is more than just a feeling. It's true. And I'm telling you that in your spirit right now. You can feel the change. You felt them move away and then come back. You've noticed how quiet, far away, and tense their word. They don't not care. Because what their family wants and what their heart wants are two different things. They've been scared. Fear of being turned down. Scared that telling you the truth will hurt you. Not ready to say how deep this goes. But the truth will get out. I'm going to make sure of it. It won't break you when it does. It will set you free. It's not a joke. What's going on is spiritual. It's being led by my hand. Everything that has taken longer, been quiet, or and unclear has been leading to this one thing. The truth is coming out. And when it is, your heart will finally let out a breath. It will get clear after the pain. There will be peace after the chaos. Also, you'll see that I was with you the whole time. This person has fought for you without saying a word. They may not have told you out loud yet, but they have been there for you more than you know. To their self, to their family, and to their fears. They are getting ready to tell you everything now. They'll tell you what their family said. They'll tell you what they're scared of. They will tell you they love you and have loved you for a longer time than you thought. Just one more second, please. Don't give up right now. You're almost there with the truth. That moment will change everything. They're scared that you'll leave once you know everything. But I'm here to tell you that real love doesn't hide from the truth. It takes it in. It makes it better. It holds on better. I can see your tears. I know how your chest hurts. But this message is meant to make you feel better. You aren't being forgotten. We haven't forgotten about you. What's going on is holy. This love has been hidden in the dark because old patterns are being broken and everything is being burned away. And when the dust settles, you'll be standing in the light of a love I chose for you. Last but not least, God is showing this. Don't wait any longer. Open it now. You need to be sure had everything you felt was right. It's all about how they look at you, how your name stays in their silence, and how they keep coming back even when they want to leave. I've talked to them in my dreams. I have touched their hearts when they are alone and in peace.